Or did I see that wrong?
I think you see that wrong. He's playing
Okay.
the white variant, he's playing some Ethersworn Canonists and
One,
Talia's main deck, I believe.
Yeah, one Talia and one Canonist main deck.
Maybe still some Lane Arbiters. He played last time he played Lane Arbiters, maybe he cutted them. I told him they're not good enough. So.
Yeah. Petal, Mogs, and Plains. I think he's just playing this out to avoid Talia. Arcbound Worker or something like that?
Hangerback Walker.
Hangerback Walker, yeah.
So there you see, Tail, a lot of invocations.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Yeah. It's hard to see what I know the pedals from playing Storm, the mocks I've seen before, but this deck is pimped out.
Revoker.
Yeah. I think it will be on the Walker.
Let's see if...
Yeah. As you can see, we also can't. And some more hair on the English. Wat kon naam roepen? He gets wasted.
It's the lifelink, the
yeah.
Scourge, Volt Scourge.
Yeah. Only one card in hand, Steve. Stoneforge. What do you think he'll get here? Better Skull or Jitte? What would you pick?
A GT?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's playing Miracle, so he can predict anything. I think, no, Revoker is on Petal, I think. Ruben taking damage. Revoker on the Cheetah, I think. I assume that would be the correct play. Yeah, what Steve will write, because he's a doctor, we probably also won't be able to read. Yeah. Yeah. No, it is Cheetah. Thank you. He knows how the stream works. Forward. That's a good, I think.
If they refocus on Petal, then the board is even more important.
Yeah, he can block. He has to keep GT from. He can block with Revoker. No port?
Nope. You have text.
Yeah, but he's not porting in his
No.
upkeep, so I think he wants to activate Stoneforge. Maybe he drew a better skull, or does he want to put on GT?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Challenge.
That's good. I think not porting here was a mistake.
Yeah.
So no plows, so we won't get rid of the revoker, I think. Steve attacking again for 3, sorry.
For 3. How many cards? Steven is asking.
What's the last card in Steve's hand? Do we know?
Did not
Yeah.
see. So activation.
I found a better
skull.
skull, yeah. That's the reason he didn't port.
And then block.
Yeah.
Gaining 3.
That was a good draw, I think,
Yeah.
from Ruben.
Passing turn.
I think Ruben is way more advantage this game. He still has a full hand. His board state also is quite better than Steve's. Humans, I think.
He has a flicker wisp in hand.
I can see.
The second
I
card.
see another
Cavern of Souls.
card.
I think
I
it's
see Talia.
Ah,
We
Talia.
know a GT and then maybe flick. I'm not sure.
attacking.
Yeah.
It's 4 damage and gaining 4 life.
From Stalin, I think. Yeah.
Talia, yeah.
And leaving up to white to put in.
He could have used his port in the
Yeah. I also would have ported again.
Yeah.
If Steve doesn't find any finds any mana sources, he won't be able to cast
No.
anything.
No.
Yeah, ballista.
For 1.
Yeah.
I think it's more important to lock your opponent with port than putting the GT in with Stoneforge, because you can't activate his abilities. So
Does Default Scourge also has death touch? Huh? I'm not sure what card.
Flying light.
flying
Oh
light,
yeah,
flying
it's
light.
lightning. Yeah, of course.
There you see the activation of
Yeah.
Stoneforge.
He drew another Stoneforge, I think. I don't think Sword of Fire and Ice is relevant of getting here. I would just keep and start porting during Steve's upkeep.
Does he have something to remove the chalice in his main board?
Flickerish.
Yeah,
Flicker
but he
Wisp, yeah.
doesn't need to, I think. I don't see why he should do that. I think this is the card we didn't know.
That's the Palace
Palace Jailer, I think, yeah.
last year.
He now becomes the monarch.
Yeah. And if you're the monarch, you draw an extra card at the end of your turn.
Some conspiracy shenanigans. Was a weird set, I think. I don't know many of the cards, only this one. Oh no, Leovold also came from Conspiracy, I think, right? Yeah. So they did print a good card. I think Ruben just going to attack with Better Skull and pause the turn here. Tally also. Yeah. Oh, everything.
Putting pressure on. He has only one blocker.
Yeah.
Walking Ballista, so.
Yeah, Ballista can shoot Talia if necessary and still block.
That's 9 damage.
Yeah, just taking it. Gets to draw a card from the Monarch emblem.
And you become the monarch if you do damage to your opponent.
Combat damage.
Combat damage to your opponent, yeah.
So Steve also can become. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think Steve is also going to attack to become the monarch. Just he put on a die on his deck to remind him from doing something. So another false script. There's a life linker. Steve's still not dead next turn, so. Gaining 1 life.
Yeah. Just
becoming the monarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to the end of turn, he gets to draw a card.
Now the GT can be equipped.
Ruben does not like the port. Doing some combat. Some damage going in. Talia's coming in. Leaving behind Revoker also. Yeah, Talia and Better Skull attacking. Yeah, blocking the Better Skull, shooting the Talia.
Yeah.
So Ruben does not get to be the monarch this turn?
No. And he's not gaining life.
Yeah. Looking for Sword of Fire and Ice.
And passing the turn.
Yeah.
So.
But he's giving Steve a lot of card advantage, still giving, if he finds land, it's way better. I'm not sure why Ruben just doesn't port him. I don't think it was necessary to find the Sword of Fire and Iron. I'm not seeing how this...
Affecting the game.
Maybe I'm missing something. What card is that? Glenn can...
Wasteland.
Ah, it's a Wasteland. Thank God we still have him in the booth. And now it's a Ravager, I think? Yeah. Steve still filling his board, so has 2 life linkers, is able to waste the port, yeah.
now he can sack his petals for making the
No,
Ravager.
you can't. Oh yeah.
For Ravager, so
yeah, of course. Getting rid of the butters, that's the reason why Ruben gets to search for his Sword of Fire and Ice to pump the butter skull some more. But
perhaps.
I think if he ported, he need to use his wasteland. Nice, getting in for 2.
Yeah.
Steve wants to draw the cards and wants to gain some life. Yeah, Ravager is he also can block with his token, sack the tokens, so the better skull won't deal damage, not making Ruben gain life.
Yeah.
I think Steve is glad he played the Palace Jailer, so now Steve gets to see a lot more cards.
I think Ruben would have gained a lot of turns if he just ported
of course.
Steve.
I think that was the best plan he could do. Of course, it's always easier to say how to play when you are not playing. So uncounterable.
Knowing your deck is maybe the most important thing.
This was a good draw, I think. Maybe now can search for an answer to the Ravager. That's the card you want to see gone here. Maybe the Vial and I don't think Vial makes a big difference in this game.
Not anymore.
There's Chalice on one on the other side as well.
I meant to get rid of the Chalice, sorry. Of course, this is an answer to the Ravager. But Ruben won't be able to cast Revoker this turn, so I think Steve still gets to see a few cards with the emblem in play.
Are those 2 Stoneforge Mystics?
Yeah. I think he is attacking with everything just to becoming the Monarch again, but
So
4
creatures.
He will.
He has only 3 blockers and 4 attacking creatures. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure Steve has to block anything. Just the
Battle Skull.
The Battle Skull, sacrifice it to pump Ravager. I think that's enough.
It's always a free block with the Ravager for the Stoneforge or something.
Yeah, of course.
It becomes a 2-2, Stoneforge is only 1-2. Palace Jailer is a 2-2, I believe.
Yeah.
There's a Judge Call.
Yeah, where did the Revoker come
Yeah,
from?
what? It exiles a
yeah.
creature, and now he's perhaps he's asking what would happen if the Palace Jailer would die. What with the Revoker? Does it come to hand or in play or?
I don't know the Oracle text of
No.
of Palace Jailer. Maybe we can find it. Yeah, Glenn is gonna look up the card for us.
Yeah.
Just to make sure we can also see why Steve does a Judge Call.
So maybe he's not blocking the Palace Jailer because of the interaction.
It's a hard match, I think. There's a lot of counting going on.
A lot of interaction with all the triggered abilities.
We get to see Palace Jailer now, so he has a battlefield trigger. He has 2 battlefield triggers. Until an opponent becomes a... So Steve, I think his Revoker should come back a few turns ago. And he just now read the card properly and he's like, oh, I forgot, so what happens next?
Yeah.
And I think the judge says Revoker comes back.
Yeah. Now he can name something.
What would be a good thing to name here? Maybe Better Skull for equipping? If he gets rid of the token or something, or maybe able to block.
He said
he's unable to
again.
equip it. Cheetah again?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course.
For the...
Yeah. Lux, Sex Petal, Pump Ravager.
Next the token.
Yeah, so no damage is dealt by Better Skull. And he gets 2, I think, from the Stone Forges.
Yeah. Cool.
And Ruben becomes the Monarch again.
Yeah. End of turn, draw.
Trigger. He draws a card and I think it's Caracas, yeah. He drew a Caracas. Steve still putting on his die, so he's probably attacking again with his what are they called? The Vault Scourges. So he gets some life, gets to draw a card. Steve also drew Caracas.
That's
putting in a Thorn.
In this matchup, I think it's just to sack for the Ravager.
Yeah. I think Steve is kind of regaining control of the game.
Yeah. As long as
maybe
he can.
Also should play Palace Jailer in his list.
As long as he can block the Battle Skull and sacking them, blocking with artifact creatures and sacking them to Ravager, he's okay.
And he's still also the life gain of the Vault Scourges are not to be underestimated.
No.
Becoming the Monarch, they're flyers, so Steve gets a lot of advantage from the end.
And in the end, for the kill, he can sack his Ravager and put counters on the flying life.
Yeah, of course. But he still has to do 20 damage, so we're not quite there yet.
No.
Another Revoker. We've seen quite a lot this game.
This should be on the Ravager, I think.
Yeah. So we respond by sacking these 2 artifacts.
How big is the Battle Skull token now? It's
a 7, a 6,
4, 5, 6, 6.
Maybe.
He should.
I think he can sack file still for putting Ruben on close. So.
But if he sacked the token as well to Ravager, it would have been a 7/7, and then it's bigger than the Battle Skull token.
Indeed, but the 6/6 is also bigger than a 4/4 creature.
It's not a 4/4. He also has a Sword of Fire and Ice.
But
Yeah.
there is a GT on this moment.
It's a GT? Oh yeah, the Sword
okay,
is still in his... Yeah, of course.
So the thing is now it's a 6/6, so if he attacks with the
Yeah, he loses.
Germ token, it does 4 damage to it, he gets 2 counters on his
Yeah.
GT, but there is still an
The revoke.
Revoker on the other side.
Ah,
Oh, flicker is.
this is heavy. Yeah. This is well played by Ruben. He can't sacrifice because of the revoker.
Another judge call. Not quite sure why.
Yeah, I think Steve is just asking, am I losing all the counters on my Ravager? I guess the answer is yes.
He's losing 5 then.
Yeah.
Looks
He
like-
just concedes here. Yeah.
Just can't see it. Yeah.
That was an interesting game
Yeah.
so far.
A lot of back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Now just a flicker wisp to
Yeah, we can check the sideboards of
Yeah.
the players now. So let's see what we'll do. The Dead End Texas player, Ruben Smeets first. I see he has 2 containment priests. I guess they won't be coming in.
Nope.
The Council Judgment definitely coming in. Rest in peace inside. I don't think that's of any concern. Canonist also. The Gideon, Ali of Zendikar maybe. Puts some more pressure.
Yeah.
Path to Exile, Fighting Needle or Pitting Needle, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. And I think that's like about 5 to 6 cards coming in for Ruben. We can also look at Steve, what he has in his list.
Ratchet Bomb,
Yeah.
2 Spellskite, 2 Winter Orb.
Snaring Bridge maybe. Yeah, I think that's probably coming in. Also the Disenchant.
Rest in Peace are not coming in.
Oh, also Karn inside. Does he play main deck Karns? No.
No.
No. So I guess we'll see Karn, Disenchant and a Snaring Bridge here, my predictions. What do you think? How would you sideboard?
Not sure if the Ensnaring Bridges are that good enough.
I think Steve is the deck is made to play out your hand very quickly to just gain board control, so maybe not sure if Ensnaring Bridge just want to keep attacking with his flyers or something.
Yeah. Puts a lock for himself as well. So
No, I'm not sure. It's easy to get rid of the bridges because when Ravager is like big enough, so I'm not I wouldn't see why he does not board in Snaring Bridges.
he
here.
can sack all his artifacts to make Ravager big enough, and then when he wants to attack, just sack the bridge.
Yeah, we also can see what the main deck cards are that Steve has no use for. Like I think Thorn is not useful. He plays them 4 times main deck, 4 times Chalice. Chalice I would keep in, I think, here. Maybe put it on 1 just to prevent the blows from... Steve has an interesting list, also Cranial Plating. It's the artifact that gives an equipment that gives everything +1/+0, or your creature that's equipped +1/+0 for each artifact.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back in. So
The Spellskites came in.
Taking 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb. Another invention, I think. No, this is a
Invocation.
Oh, gets wasted early. Scourge.
Losing 2 life.
Yeah. Gotta love the Phyrexian mana. No wonder they banned Gitaxian Probe. Port.
and
a vial coming in.
heater vial.
A wasteland associator, yeah.
Just 2 mana.
And we have another invention.
Is that a Steel Overseer?
Yes.
Yeah. Good call.
Better lucky than good. So is there...
Yes, blow in hand, Sarah Avenger who's not coming out. Talia maybe. I think it's too early to play the Talia. You want to have some protection for it, I think. So, yeah, he's going to blow the Overseer.
Activating the Spell's Guide. So losing 2 life for the activation.
Yeah. Is there a reason Steve does not untap the Vault Scourge? Is it because of this?
No, he just forgot.
Just forgot?
Yeah. Revoker.
Revoker, yeah.
Losing.
Taking a vial, of course.
Yeah. No activation in response, so there's no mana creature
in.
He didn't
let any one creature in hand. Steve Creature's going to get big real soon, real fast.
Yeah. Council Judgment.
Yeah, straight out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
Oh, he chose the Overseer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have guessed he took the Revoker.
No, it's if the Overseer stays on the battlefield, the lifelink would have been
of course
too big.
And it's a too big clock. Oh, we see the playing.
So no third land.
No. We have currently 3 artifacts in play. So the equipped, the lifelinker. Yeah, some good synergy if you play Ancient 2 and the Spellsky. Steve lost a lot of life early on and he's just regaining everything with the Vault Scourges. Italia with some Caracas protection. Sarah Avenger. So we can block the flying.
Yeah. It's a 3/3, but if he equips cranial plating on it.
Of course, this gives Steve a lot of opportunity. Does he want to get rid of maybe the Sarah Avenger or the Talia? You know what other cards were in Steve's hand?
No. Is Karn? Yeah, I think it's Karn.
Taking 2 from the tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Ballista.
It's a walking ballista.
Yeah, this is interesting. We also couldn't play Karn due to the Talia.
Right.
Yeah, just passing turn. I think that's good. It's a good play. Ruben found more than enough land to make his file. Not really matter, Flicker. Yeah. But this doesn't do quite much, so yes. Okay.
In response, he can send it to
He doesn't really care about the Avenger.
No.
It's also just a blocker for the score, so Steve can still develop his board. I think it was also more important he could play Karn this turn or next.
Yeah, but Avenger is a 3/3, so he couldn't shoot it down with just 2 counters on it. So.
Yeah, that's a 3/3, of course. We see a port. This it's the first time.
Another spell's guide.
Yeah. Passing turn. Yeah. Another port. Oh, that's good. Ruben kind of developing a luck here. A recruiter, I think, yeah.
Last turn of Steve, it was quite interesting because he could have equipped his fold skirts with cranial plating, but went for the defense.
Yeah,
with a spell sky.
I also wouldn't equip because it gets you no value here. You can attack or you use your lifelink creature. That's maybe later in the game important if you are able to remove the Sarah. So Ruben is also only at 12 if he finds the right moment. GTA, of course. The Vault Skirts could deal enough damage to win the game.
Mm-hmm. Counting, you see the hand movement.
Yeah, I see the Karn. I think maybe another Karn in hand.
There it is.
Yeah, taking 2 from Tomb.
Yeah.
And Steve is searching for answers. Oh no, put in token. The token is also like a cranial plating, getting
for each artifact. Yeah. So it's a 5/5 and go.
It's really good. Karn isn't an artifact because the card would even be more powerful. It's quite a card they put in Dominaria together with the Ferry. Good planeswalkers, that's it. Will he equip the GT? I think not. He does.
Yeah. I think it has vigilance as well, no?
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
So Avenger.
So
I think Steve just going to take the damage. Yeah.
So he's at 10.
Yeah. Steve is forgetting his die. So it's good. Glenn keeps on score here.
Yeah. Flying vigilance.
Yeah, you were correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, of course.
Tapping your Sarah Avenger here.
Now we can attack with.
You can possibly kill the Ruben, I think.
Yeah, with the Vault Skirts.
So there's 6 artifacts. He goes in for 8 with lifelink, so he goes.
Now he makes another token.
No. He's
draw.
searching. Yeah. He of course, Ruben gives him the land here.
Yeah.
Steve also has another Karn at hand, I think, so maybe that's his game. It's a ballista also in it. Yeah.
It's a ballista.
I think this is game for Steve.
Ruben is out tapped, so he can't blow. So it's 1, 2, 3.
This is coming in for 11, and he can shoot with ballista. So yeah, I think this is game. Maybe Ruben miraculously untaps his Avenger and knows he's yet vigilant.
What if you call a judge right now? If you see that your Sarah Avenger is tapped and shouldn't be, can you untap it, you think?
I'm not sure what the judge is going to say here, but I think Glenn is maybe more aware of... yes, still has the spell card. Yeah. That's game, yeah?
That's game.
What do you think the judge would say, Glenn?
I'm not sure really what a judge would say at this moment, but they were very awkward place at this moment. What Ruben Smeets did, he wanted to do 1 damage to the Volt Scourge 2 times in a row. Actually, he could have gained 4 life as well.
Yeah.
And I think he could survive an extra turn at that moment.
Yeah.
And then maybe if then he decides that Sarah Avenger doesn't need to tap, there still was a game for
of course.
Smeets. So
but tapping his Avenger definitely lost his in the game.
Definitely. And of course, trying to do 2 damage to the Volt Scourge at that moment when there is a spell sky on the other side, I don't see the point of doing that at the moment. So I'm not sure if there were that were the best decisions that he made in the last 3 to 5 minutes of the game.
I think this is an even better game than the last one.
Yeah.
It's a hard game. It's a lot of combat damage. You have to do a lot of calculations.
A lot of.
I wouldn't be able to play this correct. I think it's.
So, but on the bottom you see the clock has 6 minutes left, but actually there is a small error in the clock. I strongly believe there are only 4 to 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So it will be over a little bit sooner than the clock gives us at this moment.
But maybe they get some extra time from the judge call, but it will only be like a minute or something.
Probably they added 1 or 2 minutes, so maybe the clock is correct. I adjusted the clock for the judge call, let's say.
Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A mulligan. Rearranging.
Ruben on the play, see 2 wastes.
Scry. Directly to the bottom.
Yeah.
That was a no-brainer.
Yeah. I didn't have planes, okay. Ancient Tomb, a card not pimped in Steve deck. I don't think it's it does have a foil version of it. Oh, it gets wasted immediately. Steve has a pretty deck.
It depends what you call not pimped. If you call Korean foil not pimped, it's okay. But
It's not pimped then.
Korean is a common language, so that's not
more
pimped.
people talk Korean than they talk Dutch, so they pimp with Dutch cards. No, they probably don't exist. Waste import available. This is good for Ruben. Thinking of playing the needle, yeah. this doesn't do much, I think. Yeah, but
It's on the
Steve
spell
can
scale.
blow it up with. Yeah, he's still would be losing his spell scale.
Ported. Yeah. And go. Flicker wisp.
Ruben wanting to put pressure.
Yeah. It's a recruiter.
Looking for Stoneforge or something. No, Revoker.
The first revoker was on Ratchet Bomb.
Yep. Ruben had also plow in hand, could possibly just blow the spell scale and port it again. Here comes a Ravager.
Now the revoker on spells guide, perhaps.
I think Blow comes in and he just ports. I think this is what I would do last turn, so just keeping Steve off his mana. Another judge call?
Yeah. So, not quite sure why. No? Playing.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
I don't think this.
This ends in a draw.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion with Ruben, thinking he activated his Ratchet Bomb.
He sacrificed the stretch bomb.
Yeah. Ruben pointed out like you can, but then he is like, yeah,
You can see now it's turn 1.
Yeah, we're in time. Another blow.
Not quite sure if the.
And I didn't play the blow first.
Yeah, ending in a draw.
Yeah, I don't think Steve would be able to come back from this if this game kept going, so...
So that's not 18 damage.
No, but...
That's the last turn of Ruben. Last turn.
Yeah.
That's
And
game.
Yeah, I think they just shake hands.
Yeah.